All right.
Nice.
Running on through a town, moving with much speed. A child. Oh, let me actually ping down the right layer. A child is making her way quickly up to see someone. She moves directly on through, looking across directly past all the assembled buildings, sort of skipping along the dirt and moving on up deeper into the woods. A trip she takes all the time. She marks her path forward. She heads past some of the thorny brush, making sure to be extra careful. And she finds her way to the clearing that many children of the woods, many children of the village visit. Stepping up, the high trees letting just a little bit of sunshine sprinkling through. She makes her step on through, steps on a branch or two, and then runs up. Tadao! I'm here! And sitting directly on top of his stone, with sun rays beaming through the trees. Tadao, you wake up from a pleasant nap.
Tadao sits there, probably cross-legged, brushing a few leaves off of his shoulders as he gives a good smile.
I didn't think you'd be up this early.
I didn't think so either, but I was, so I decided to come on by. She kind of moves on over to the side. Hang on. She hops on, moves up and shimmies up here, and then sits on top of the tree trunk. We had to wake up today because the inn burned down, so we had to start picking stuff out and all that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I guess
Dreadful.
it happens all the time. I think it's not like burned down; it's just burned up a bit. So like a room burned away, the kitchen and all that. And that's my day. What about you?
You know me. I spent time listening. Waiting.
Listening to what?
The world.
The world, huh?
Yes.
What's the world say?
I feel like I'm not quite sure anymore. It's been a long time since something crazy has happened. And after a while, it all just blends together.
He kind of thinks about that, or she kind of thinks about that as she kind of leans. What do you? So, you mean nothing's happening, basically, right?
It's almost the opposite. There is so much happening in the world, and sometimes it's just hard to pick out what's different, you know?
No. Nothing really happens over here. It's really boring a lot of the time. I wish something fun would happen.
Sometimes it's... Don't take the quiet times for granted.
She kind of considers that a little bit. So it's why? Like, I don't get it. What's so good about quiet times? Usually whenever it's quiet, everyone comes on by and asks me to do work. So it sounds like quiet time just means working time.
He stops for a second, thinking, chewing on his little chew toy,
and looks out. When things are hectic, when things are dangerous, when things are exciting, you don't have much time to think about things like that. You don't get time to rest or sit and talk with me. There are other things to do, other things to worry about. In times like this, you can think.
He kind of thinks about that. So, She kind of just slumps down. What's there to think about? Because I mean, I can think a little bit about stuff, but I mean, if there's nothing going on, there's nothing to think about. So why?
Well, depending on how you feel, there are many things you can think about. You can be an old man like me and think about thinking itself. Or you can think about things like what makes you happy, what makes others sad, how to be the best version of yourself, and think about the things you love.
He kind of contemplates that a little bit. So, just think about stuff that makes me happy?
Yes.
I do that all the time. I hate it because I always think of what makes me happy when I'm doing work. Or when Coco drags me out to do boring lessons. So, Coco did teach me how to breathe.
He raises an eyebrow.
Watch. She kind of stops, straightens up, and she starts just silently breathing. This is pretty nice. It's like you immediately pick up just talking about more like meditation breathing.
Yes. Meditation. That is also a way of... in a way, it's the absence of thinking.
She kind of thinks about that a little bit. So, but I thought thinking was good.
For regular people, yes. But there are times when you need to be present in the world as it is now. Meditation is good for centering yourself. Here, he points at the ground. You feel the ground beneath your feet, your own body.
She's kind of like, thinks about like, so I just gotta, okay, so am I supposed to not think or think?
He stands up and just letting the breeze pass through him, goes,
that is up to you to decide. Letting yourself feel is one of the things that took me many years to understand. Being free to think or not think. Be able to feel pain, happiness, sadness. That is something that can often be taken for granted. Think about this. When you're hurt, the only thing that you think about is the pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when others are hurt, that's the same. You think about them being in pain. You think about the danger that they're in.
Kind of thinks about that. let me roll the die for this one. Why don't you give me? You're not plugged in. Just give me a 1d20 plus 6 plus like a 7,
Nice.
and see if you can beat this literal child.
Let's see.
Yes. All right. You start to get. She kind of thinks about it a bit, and she sort of sits there and thinks, and kind of leans on her hand a little bit. So, okay. I guess I get it. I think. I'm spending all this time thinking about it, but that's good because it means I get to figure it out. Like, I guess I should think for now. I don't really know how to. Not thinking's pretty easy, so thinking might be what I try.
Yes. You
'Cause
have
I think
time
you said,
to think.
yeah. I remember. She kind of scoots up a little bit. I remember that thing you said. You said, or what? She kind of looks. She second guesses herself. She said, you were Coco. One of you said, always look to aim to solve the hardest problem first, so that you may rest on the easier ones.
He doesn't make any gesture whether it was him or
She stops and then kind of makes a face. Come on.
The words of wisdom does not change how poignant they are. Whoever made them, whoever said them, does not change what they mean.
She makes a face like she wishes with you, just because she respects you more, but also has to admit that she thought about it and got excited about it, despite, not knowing. So she kind of just leans over to the side. All right. Kind of like scoots over to the side a little bit and kind of looks off in the woods a little, putting her hands on the tree trunks. So, it's my birthday coming up.
Oh, already?
She kind of turns over. Would you be able to come over for it?
he looks hesitant for a little bit. There's some. He sort of listens to the forest around and goes,
I've been sitting here for quite some time. Perhaps a break might be in order.
She smiles, knowing that no one's ever really dragged you out from this spot in the long time you've been here. She pops up and can't even hold her excitement as she kind of moves across the kind of thorny brush, and she holds up. Really? You'll do it?
Time is passing faster and faster. I did not think that.
he reaches down and pats the head.
The ears shift around your fingers ever so slightly.
You're larger than I thought.
He, for a second, opens his eyes and blurrily looks, seeing a form that he can make out, but details are murky.
She looks up, seeing your eyes, seeing everything. Okay. Then I guess, okay. That's in a couple of days. 4. So don't miss it. You gotta start counting days again.
I will. I would not miss it for the world.
She smiles up at you, giving you a big dumb toothy grin. And then, almost kind of breaking through, a crunching sound feet on the grass, almost seeming to crack every branch as she walks. Moving on up through the path, she stumbles directly down here, and
Tadal's clearing.
yeah,
Ah,
you're looking
she is.
for Ina, who's skipping on your lessons. Yes.
she sees Tadao with Ina, so at the very least, she's in good hands.
Hey,
Coco, yeah.
Tadao, you notice the new acting village elder of the town after the unfortunate accident that befell one of your older friends. She stumbles up, looking disheveled as always, that cloak of bad luck hanging off her back, which you know quite clearly. You wonder how many times she got lost looking for this place.
Did you make it here all right?
Thanks. Let me just check. Okay, Yes, actually.
Oh. Hmm.
Yes, actually. I was able to follow the trail of destruction from the last time I came here.
He furrows his brow. That's still around.
Yeah. I don't even know where that boulder came from.
Maybe I should get out more.
So, suddenly running down, Ina moves up. Coco!
Yes?
Tadao's coming to my birthday!
You are?
Coco looks very excited.
He sighs.
Yes. It's the least an old dog can do.
Yes.
Ina
Tom's
nods
so
her head
cute.
excitedly. Okay. I think, that's 4 days. She puts up the hand again.
Yes.
I'm already counting.
Look at you, convincing Tadao to come to town.
She kind of steps off to the side, pretty proud of herself. You know also, she's probably been here for as long in the morning as she can. She's probably let Tadao get some rest. Though first, you need her to go off on her own first, since if she tries to walk back with you, you're both gonna get lost.
Yes. Now, okay, I will say, there's another fallen tree on the path, but it didn't hit me in any means.
Okay.
So, I
Yeah.
also don't think any of the branches were like sticking up or anything. You should be able to jump it, is what I'm saying.
All right. She runs off this way.
Be
See ya,
safe!
Tadao. See ya, Coco. She runs off this way.
He waves and he looks over.
I thought I heard something strange.
Yeah. You think the birds of the forest hate me?
Tadao like still smiles like he knows.
They speak, but I won't. I'm not gonna start to gossip in my old age.
Huh?
Actual concerned expression turns around.
He sits back down, brushing off his legs once again
This is
and
quite
playing with the leaf.
crystal clear.
It's a small part of the world that is free of turmoil.
A lot of sticks everywhere.
I have to get my exercise somehow.
He smiles.
Oh.
She laughs. She looks at a stick. Coco, you idiot. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Have you exercised today?
Let me see how he's feeling. I don't have the ability to roll with that,
Yes.
but I can roll.
Yeah, I can get that set up, but for now, yes. See how he's
That is
feeling.
right. Let's see how he's feeling.
Oh.
Completely even. He sits there, serene as everything. And he goes,
It is up to you.
Coco grabs the stick.
So, it's like,
Nervous.
he
Fighting
still
the greatest
sits.
swordsman ever lived.
Yeah.
That's a bit bashful. That's a bit boasting, but
do we like fight?
Doesn't understand what you at all meant.
there we go.
There is no need to fight. Unless you would wish to spar.
Oh,
Pauses for a second.
that's more of my great grandpa's thing. I was supposed to, but
He goes, there's no need for conflict, even pretend.
okay.
Simply, if you wish to have a little game, throw it, and we'll see if I can catch.
Okay.
Oh god.
Fetch.
13!
Okay, let's see if he can do it.
Do it, please.
All right, your sheet's plugged in. You can do it.
You can do it.
Do it.
Come on, old dog.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! I rolled before I could lock in to die.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure you can set your swing.
Yeah, you can.
set swing. Let's just do.
And she is throwing this. No, wait. She wouldn't throw towards a person in any means. This over here, the direction.
Perfect. Let's see how good he is.
Oh yeah. Even without your attributes and stuff plugged in, you still did it. So yeah, you just
still did it.
you dart like directly through the woods. How would you describe the movements of this elderly dog?
Tadao, I feel like Tadao is his movements are. You see him taking like a step each time, in between it, like sort of dashing between, almost like he's floating upon the air currents, until he appears and grabs it with his mouth.
Just popping, landing down.
Like you see like two after images of him before he grabs it.
That's so cool.
And a strange thing is it seems like the wind isn't affecting his clothes.
He almost lands down perfectly.
That was so
He-
cool.
He grabs it from his mouth, shakes his head just a little bit.
I apologize. Old habits die hard.
Oh, it's nothing.
has no idea what to make of that.
It's unseemly for it's been so long since my form has changed. I'm not used to acting as I appear.
She tilts her head.
He walks. Well, you see, nobody would like to pet an old man. The same goes. He hands the stick. His tail is like wagging lazily. The same goes for other pleasure that I used to have.
I think I get it.
People don't look at you the same when you're not a small puppy.
Coco considers. And gets up on the end of her sandals and gives you 2 shoulder pats.
His ear twitches, like he was almost happy, but his face is still serene.
Reach.
You're really making me work for this, aren't you? He lowers down his head.
Pat. And pet.
His tail wags a lot faster.
Thank you for coming to Ina's birthday. It means the world to her.
Like I said before, it's the least I can do. Time is the one thing I could never understand.
Coco looks at the sky.
Honestly, so much happens it's hard to tell. Every second from the next.
Shrugs.
I remember just then. You're a lot taller than I remembered.
Coco. She doesn't have like a embarrassed pog, but
Well, I mean, I did just get some new sandals.
No. Forms change. The wind blows. But nothing can stop it.
That's true. Absolutely.
He takes a few steps to the center. Perhaps I've been waiting too long. He shakes his head and goes, Nope. I've done this for this long. What's a few more years?
Now, you kind of hop up, landing on the rock, and then almost leaping up and kind of sitting back on the stone itself, crossing your legs and simply waiting there for a moment's longer. Coco, you imagine he's going to be staying here for the rest of the day, just about.
she thinks.
What was it?
Looks at the sky again, kind of holds the stick forward, and walks up to this one and is going to do this herself.
Oh.
Oh,
She steps forward on the stick, slips. You see the other stick go flying in the air, and a Rube Goldberg machine goes off to safely deliver a package into this pile of leaves.
I knew it! That's still it.
Tadao turns his head, confused, like to the side, like his ears flopping.
She wearily gets up and safely retrieves the box.
Well, I mean, I couldn't carry it up here. Then it would have gotten lost.
That is a interesting solution.
It took so long to set up.
Oh,
It's honestly quite ingenious.
Gotta be smart to be the elder. Or just unlucky.
you pop open the package, I suppose, or do you hand it over? What happens? Tell me. Tell me.
I think Coco hands it over because if
Mhm.
she opens it herself, something will go wrong.
Yeah.
But she stands back and is just like,
It's, well, I was really worried because the original place I was storing it was the inn, and I'm sure Ina told you about it catching fire again. But
Yes,
thankfully,
I heard it.
it was safe. I've been traveling a bit, and while I've been traveling, I picked up something. Cause you're here all the time, so I figured if something was brought to you, it would be nice.
That is very sweet. Thank you. You're too kind to this old dog.
And Ina's probably down the trail.
I'm going to roll. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Probably already down the trail.
Slightly trips again, but catches herself.
You guys have a nice day
He nods.
today.
You run off, screeching like a cat. And you're left with a single package, Tadao.
He holds it in his hands, checking over. He stops after he looks at his own hands. Once again caught off guard by their existence. And then he'll open the box.
It is this beautiful seashell bracelet. I will say it took several layers of unwrapping the package. There was so much safety put on it. This is something that it is miraculous that there is not a single crack upon it. It has an arrangement of seashells and a very special clasp sealed with the half clamshell seashells?
Mhm.
A purple one of those. And it has a small charm of the same flower that Coco wears in her hair.
Oh.
And it has a note. Had this custom made. It took months. It got lost in the mail.
You see, for a moment, Tadao has to hold it pretty far away from him to be able to see it. He, old man squints.
Maybe I should get. What are they called? Glasses? Maybe.
Well, the same. It's a beautiful gift. The first gift you've received in centuries. And it brings a bit of warmth. It seems as though you've waited in one spot for years and years, it seems that the outside world hasn't completely forgotten about this old dog. And I'm going to pull us back and say that's a wrap.